Join us at Digital Impact Philippines, the ultimate conference for digital marketing, SEO, website design, YouTube SEO, and much more. Connect with industry experts, gain valuable insights, and take your digital strategies to the next level. Don't miss out on this opportunity to grow and innovate in the digital world. You can purchase a ticket on our website
www.digitalimpactphilippines.com.
Join us now.
Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. Enjoy 40 to 70 off for our services. Rank Fortress SEO and VA Agency. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
Welcome to Rank Fortress, your blueprint for real-world SEO mastery. At Rank Fortress Academy, we don't teach theory, we teach what works. Founded by William Jones and Rowena Jones, a globally recognized SEO strategist. Our academy was built to give marketers, entrepreneurs, and business owners access to the exact systems that rank websites and generate real revenue. Whether you're a beginner looking to break into the digital marketing world or a seasoned professional tired of fluff-filled courses, this is where you sharpen your skills. We cover everything from local SEO, Google Business Profile optimization, and on-page content silos to advanced YouTube SEO strategies, backlink building, and client acquisition tactics. With over 80-plus SEO virtual assistants trained using this same framework and a proven track record of ranking hundreds of businesses. Join Rank Fortress Academy and take control of your digital future.
Hey guys, this is William, and today I'm here with Michaela, one of our speakers at the upcoming Digital Impact 2025 here in Surrey City. We're so excited to have you here with us, Michaela. Could you introduce a little bit about yourself and talk to us? I know yesterday, I believe it was your birthday as well, so happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Hopefully you have an amazing day yesterday and continue to have an amazing month. So just be blessed. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, the topics that you're going to be covering, that sort of thing, how you got started as a virtual assistant?
Okay. I started as a virtual assistant back in 2013, actually. So that's more than a decade. So I have a professor in college, and her sister, starting an agency that time, she was looking for a content writer. That time, I didn't know I have skills, but I know how to write like basic English, like just submitting articles for college. So somehow she just taught me how to optimize my content and convert it into SEO content writing. So
Okay.
she gave me tips on how to tweak my existing skills, and that's how I
So
get
was she an actual virtual assistant already, or someone that actually?
started.
So she was doing virtual assistant work, and she
Mhm.
kind of helped you step into that. That's awesome.
Yes. So that's back in 2013, and I was thinking, okay, that's more than a decade. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's how
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
started.
rare. A lot of like virtual assistants I talk to, it's like they've been doing it for a few years, or they're
Mhm.
just starting to get into it. It's not a lot of people that have like a decade, or with me with
Mhm.
SEO is like 20 plus years doing it.
Mm.
Like pretty rare. So,
Yeah. Mm.
but
Yes. Actually, I started from SEO content writing, but since my college background is more of communications and public relations, I somehow mentioned to my client that maybe I can help with your social media.
mm,
So I just told him that, and he said okay, and we tried it.
kind of started, you were starting with the SEO and the content,
Mhm.
and then you also told them, and by the way, I also do social media management, or I could help with that.
Actually,
And
not
they just kind of,
actually not yet. I told him that I wanted to explore it because my
mm,
background is communications. So maybe you can give me some tasks about this, and he said okay. So that's how I started.
it's kind of, I mean, whenever I first started, even it's like I tell people, I used to do SEO for free, getting clients just
Oh,
to get your feet wet and, kind of learn
yes.
how to do it. Because a lot of times people want to become a virtual assistant. Matter of fact, I was just talking at Surrey Gal Doctors College yesterday, and I told them, I said, this event's not going to be you come and get a certificate, now you're a VA.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
That you come, you find out, is this for you? You'll have a certificate, but
Mhm.
then you're gonna, if you want to be a virtual assistant, you can either work for me, which is we're not a virtual assistant. We have almost 80 staff. You will
Mhm.
make less money, but we're teaching you, giving you the skills, the computer and
Yes.
everything. Now, if you're a virtual assistant, which is the route I tell people you should go, you need a computer, you need the internet, but you're going to have to apply yourself, go
Yes.
to take courses online, find coaches online. There are plenty of Filipino, Tagalog, Bisaya coaches that teach how to
Yes.
become a virtual assistant, and then
Mhm.
find a niche that you want to get into, whether that's social media management or SEO, and start getting
Mhm.
clients. And like, well, how do I start getting clients when I don't have experience? Is like what you just did. Is like, I would like to start exploring in social
Yes.
media, or
Mhm.
hey, I would like to do your social media for you for free, just to
Mhm.
build get a testimonial. And I used to do that with SEO. And then once I had the testimonials, then I was able to pick up more clients.
Yes.
So
Mhm. So when I was starting as a virtual assistant, uh, I I made sure that I get different skills.
mm,
I work for different clients. So that's what
mhm.
my mindset is. I will not leave.
Hey students! Are you ready to stop watching success from sidelines and finally be part of it?
This is your exclusive chance to join the most powerful conference in the country, Digital Impact Philippines 2025, happening this June 29, 30, and July 1, 2025 in Surigao City.
Connect with the CEO pros, AI innovators, business mentors, and creators who are changing the game right here in the Philippines.
No fluff, no boring lectures, just pure, real-world strategies, live demos, and insider secrets that you won't learn in school.
Secure your tickets today and get access to both days of learning, networking, and growth at a discounted rate.
Buy your tickets now at digitalimpactphilippines.com and see you on June 29, 30, and July 1. See you there!
This client without a new skill offer because I wanted to offer something new or something tested to a future client. So that's my mindset.
Yeah. Well, a lot of when I first, like, I'm a generalist, so we do
Yes. Mhm.
SEO from every point of view, but
Mhm.
it could be a roofer, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. But I started getting into niching down. And it was much easier when I did the niche. When I niched down, I brought on almost 30 new clients in about 60 days just by doing that. But then one thing I know you mentioned too, and I've seen it as well, is so why would you get into how does social media help you get clients? This is where most people, and I noticed you posted it because most people don't get this. It's
Mhm.
like, I help you create content that gets you
Mhm.
clients. Why should I be posting every day? And a lot of times people think, for example, even with you, why should I tell my story about how I became a virtual
Mhm.
assistant once a week? Haven't I told it enough? I mean, when I go and speak
Yes.
and I tell people how I got started, I'm like, I think people maybe get tired of hearing this story, but no, there are a lot of people that are on social
Mhm.
media that haven't even seen your profile, don't know nothing
Yes.
about you. So what role does social media management play in building someone's brand and trust and getting
Mhm.
clients?
Okay, so I wanted to share a recent win with a client.
Yeah.
So I'm started I'm recently focusing on AI related content for this client because she's in the elder care industry. So it's more technical, it's more medical. And one win that we have recently is that someone reached out to my client, and asked for a partnership.
Wow.
So it's not just like getting sales when it comes to social media. It's actually building relationships. So I think social media is also like SEO. It's like a long-term relationship with your audience.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's just, I tell people, for instance, which is better, a text review where someone's written a
Mhm.
review or
Mhm.
video review? And in our case, from what I've seen, it's the video review. Yes, I
Mhm.
want text reviews, but I prefer video reviews.
Mhm.
Social, because it builds trust. And with social media management, when I'm posting, it could be my story, it
Yeah.
could be your speaking, it could be an
Mhm.
offer, it can be you're helping someone in a specific niche, or in your case, a case study where
Mhm. Yeah.
you improve someone's sales or made a partnership connection, and people will see that and then reach out to you. It might not be like because people know I live here, for example, people reach out to me about how to start agencies and stuff, or how to find VAs in the Philippines and stuff like
Mhm.
that, which don't want nothing to do with outsourcing to me or anything else.
Mhm.
But you create partnerships because they see you posting about different things on social media, or
Mhm.
they're looking for agencies to buy and stuff of that nature. So it's not just a matter of just getting sales or finding
Yes.
clients. A lot of times it's
Mhm.
just building relationships. There's a guy by the name of Perry Belcher. He taught me, he said, most people deal with social media management. It's like, think of it this way: you went to a party, and most people, would you go to a party and say, hey, my name is Michaela, I do SEO and I do this and this, and you just talk about yourself. And he said, and that's why most people fail at it. But social media management should be, or social media in general should be, you went to a party and you talk about whatever conversation is already happening. You kind of insert
Yes.
yourself into that, and then
Mhm.
based. I first got here, this is all I like to do. I tell know who MJ is. I heard you say it. MJ Lopez is my mentor. And you're probably like, MJ Lopez, he will be there. I'm actually going there for a mastermind in June with him. He's coming to speak. Just an example of the value you're going to get in this, and this is kind of something Lynn had said. How many of you ever heard the opportunity, we're giving you an opportunity of a lifetime to come learn, just not even about me, just from him. I don't need you to have skills as long as you have the attitude to learn. And you have the humility to say, I don't know everything I need to know, but I'm willing to learn. Off of that, building the relationships and stuff, then that can then pivot into, well, I actually do social media management, or I actually do SEO, and the next thing you know, who do they want to hire? Someone they know or someone they don't want to? They don't know. You know, so. But go ahead.
I think that's also how I transitioned from just being a virtual assistant, social media manager, to also starting my small side hustle, since I'm selling candles right now. And
Yeah, I see them in the background. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm applying the social media strategies I've been doing for my clients to selling my own products. So
Yeah.
since I know that people love the watching the journey, so I post all the raw, like the ugly candles that I created, and actually surprised that people are buying. I have a friend in Cambodia now, and he asked if I can ship my
In
candles to
Cambodia?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I have a friend that she goes over there quite often. Jean Gray goes over there. She's also one of our sponsors too. So,
Oh, okay.
but
So I
yeah,
think
the candles over there and everything. This a big. It's a big thing in the States. A lot of times, like moms, stay-at-home moms, to get in. What type of business should I get into? And they start doing candles for whatever reason. They always start with candles and stuff.
candles, yeah.
And I was even talking at the school, and I told them, I said, you know, how many of you know SEO? Most of them don't even know SEO.
Yeah.
Then I say, well, how many of you have ever bought anything off a TikTok shop? Yes. Mine, you know, miners and everything else that are selling live. And I told them, I say, you realize that you can make money with this little device called your cell phone.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's like, even with what you're doing, candles, you know, or whatever. It doesn't have to be necessarily it could be candles or anything.
Any item, yeah.
So that's cool. So that kind of pivoted into that, and so now you've started doing that as well. That's cool. So how long have you been doing that aspect?
Just this year, February.
Awesome. So how's it going? How many sales are you hitting probably every month?
Every month, first month is 10 candles, second month is 11, but we got 3 orders and other people buy the bigger ones. And I think doubled last month.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want everybody to hear, is like a matter of just getting started. And like when you get started, maybe you're like, I'm gonna put this up and maybe I'll get a sale. You hope for a sale, then you get 10, and the next month it's 20, and the next month it's 40, the next month it's 80. We actually, one of our workers, they make these little pastilles and these little like the snacks and the stuff that you can get. And I told her, I said, man, I said, these are really good. I said, but the thing is, my only thing is it's just you. If you actually got a huge order of these at like 1,000, how would you produce this, and stuff, especially for like conferences and stuff of that nature. So, but that's really cool. So I'm sure it's Cambodia is already on your ticket People are already ordering from across the globe, candles and stuff. Yeah, I mean, women are especially into it too because it's calming, spa, massage.
Yeah.
You could even niche down with that and get into spas and healthcare and resorts and stuff of that nature. That's really cool. So awesome. So so you go about doing this? How are you reaching specifically the Filipino market? I know with the candles and stuff, but what's the biggest challenge you think you probably faced when you first started out becoming a virtual assistant and getting clients in the USA?
I think the first one is I got rejected a lot here in the Philippines. I didn't actually have a corporate job experience because I did not graduate. I also have a health condition, so that is a big hindrance for me when applying. I have epilepsy, and when I am sending my applications here in the Philippines, they're always looking at why did you stop for 4 years and went back to university, and so I think
So
when I
because you have to put that on there, then and explain why you stopped, then they immediately discriminate and say,
yeah.
I'm not hiring you.
So I think I have that rejection issues here in the Philippines. And when I started applying online, I also have that thinking that maybe I will also get rejected.
Yeah.
But
That's real. I mean, it is very difficult. It's one of the biggest things. It's kind of like, wow, MJ, he'll be speaking there, but the biggest thing I think most people have is not the skill. It's not
yes,
actually getting
agree.
the skill, which most people think it's, well, I've never done social media management, therefore, how can I do it? Well, I can teach anybody, honestly, to do social media management. To get good at it will take time, of course. But the part that most people don't have is your mindset and the mindset of being able to take 1,000 no's to get to one yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, especially Filipinos, y'all are very emotional creatures.
Agree.
So, people in general are, but a lot of Filipinos are as well. But Bill take the no, 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 and still go through it. Now, one thing the Filipino culture as well is good at, and I think VAs will have an advantage over, especially foreigners, is going to be, for example, if a typhoon hits, y'all are outside dancing in the rain. And if it happens in the United States, we're like, oh no, I need to move away, go to another state, move away from this stuff. I'm never going to live in this, in this state again. So y'all have advantages and stuff, but that would definitely, it does. I mean, it does. And then the other aspect, sometimes, and I've had this happen to VAs. Have you ever had a client not pay you? You do the work and then not pay you,
Yes. No, never. Like in more than a decade. I think I prayed for my clients really hard.
On top of it, I said what you should be doing whenever I've talked to VAs and they'll tell me the story, and I say, well, step one, get an agreement. Step two,
Yeah.
get paid at least 50% up front or get paid weekly. Don't wait, say I'm gonna work for 30 days and then get paid, because some people are gonna try to take advantage of people. They will. They try to take advantage of me. So you do have that, and you will have to have that experience sometimes. But overcoming. It's, just part of life, part of
Mhm.
being successful. So it's good. So you went through kind of ups and downs. Have you ever had any, valleys, if you will, or downs in your VA journey where you've been a VA and you kind of lost some clients, and then how did you recover from it?
And there was actually a time when I ghosted clients. I was guilty
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Yeah.
I had a client who's I have a client who's in the elder care industry, and my grandfather just died, and it's hard for me to create content on how to take care of your aging loved ones. So
Yeah,
I was
your aging loved ones when you just had one of your aging loved ones
Mhm.
pass.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I ghosted this client, and after 2 years, I sent an email of apology.
Mm.
So I admitted my mistakes, and she's back. She's my client again, back 2023.
I love
So
it. So
yeah.
that's powerful, which,
Mhm.
because I'm definitely into mindset and leadership skills, and that's a real good one.
Mhm.
Having the ability, number one, to recognize something and
Okay.
then apologize for it. But I also, I have an employee that lost their mother here, and I told her, I said, if you need time, just take your time. Because
Mhm.
my mom and dad are in their 70s. So I
Oh.
actually, it's one of my biggest fears is when that
Mhm.
day does come. I live in the Philippines. And
Mhm.
so
Where are
they're
they?
30 something hours away, and I have to fly 30 something hours away all by yourself to go
Mhm.
deal with, that sort of thing. So I do not look forward to that day. I told her she needs to live at least another 30 years. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so and they came back as a client because of that,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
that does take real integrity to build,
Mhm.
recognize, apologize, and accept
Only your
responsibility.
mistake. Mhm.
Everybody makes mistakes. I tell people all the time, no one's perfect. So, especially I would understand in that situation, be like, well, no apologies necessary.
Mhm.
But so that's the one time you had that happen. That's something. What's the biggest benefit you've had from being a VA? Do you think? I mean, was it ever on your mind? I should become an OFW. Because
Mhm.
I know in the Philippines, everybody's becoming overseas. If you don't know what that means,
Mhm.
guys watching, it means overseas Filipino worker. My wife was an OFW,
Mhm.
and it's kind of why I really want to help Filipinos is because they don't need to leave. My wife, for example, left her 1 month-year-old daughter, didn't have a husband, and typical kind of
Mhm.
story.
Hey students! Are you ready to stop watching success from sidelines and finally be part of it?
This is your exclusive chance to join the most powerful conference in the country, Digital Impact Philippines 2025, happening this June 29, 30, and July 1, 2025 in Surigao City.
Connect with SEO pros, AI innovators, business mentors, and creators who are changing the game right here in the Philippines.
No fluff, no boring lectures, just pure, real-world strategies, live demos, and insider secrets that you won't learn in school.
Secure your tickets today and get access to both days of learning, networking, and growth at a discounted rate.
Buy your tickets now at digitalimpactphilippines.com and see you on June 29, 30, and July 1. See you there!
Went to work in Manila, then Manila went to Kuwait, and the rest is history. So, but did you ever think about that? Were you thinking about becoming a nurse? What was the background with that? Because I know you didn't go through corporate, if you will, the corporate
Yeah. Mhm.
employment and that sort of thing. But so if you can't do that, were you ever considering being an OFW, or you just had the blessing of meeting someone that was a VA and you know?
Uh, Actually, I did not even think that I would have a business of my own, or I would
Mm,
ever have a job at all because of the many discriminations I had. I know that it's hard to get a job here in the Philippines if you're not a college graduate, and I'm not. And I also have a health condition. So in my mind, I have been thinking that maybe I will just become a burden to the family.
Yeah.
So when I got the my first gig as content writer, and I can do it at home like for 4 hours a day, I was so happy. I was like, oh, okay, oh, there's this opportunity that I didn't even know exists, and it helped me give confidence again.
That's awesome. One of the real things that really hit me there was like where you said you didn't want to become a burden to your family.
Mhm.
It's like when I moved to the Philippines, I tell people all the time, it's like I had the option. I even told my mother this. I said, yes, I could have called you up, Mom, and said, hey, can I come live with you with my 3 children and my new wife? But y'all were in your late 60s, and I'm not going to do that. So we came over here and we restarted and everything. So the one thing that I know virtual assistant work gives you the ability, you don't have to be a burden, but then now you can also help your family.
Yes. Mhm.
That's the other real good blessing, especially for us. We have my wife's sister works for us, and her son will probably be working for us, and that sort of thing. It's about, I tell people, the staff here all the time, even VAs, it's not about just yourself, it's about helping the next generation and the next generation. Because as long as, in my opinion, and I know Bonbon, the president right now, also said um, as well, he wants to digitize the Philippines.
Mhm.
And that's another benefit. You digitize the Philippines. But then as long as we keep sending Filipinos out, and
Mhm.
they send money in, the Philippines will always be a developing nation. But if you develop skills and a workforce that stays here
Yes. Mhm.
and contributes to the society here and is making money and pulling money in, then it will be a developed nation even more so, which I think I don't even like those terms, but the thing is, you understand what I'm getting at. It's like the more you do that, the more even the provinces where I live at will be more developed versus
Mhm. Agree.
not being. And that's what we're trying to do even over here is help the community and do as much as we can and make an impact on those around you. So, well, I look forward to meeting you at the conference. What's your topic going to be at the conference?
It is AI and social media.
AI and social media. Yeah, because
Mhm.
everybody's talking about AI right now. They think it's going to steal their jobs and all that sort of thing. And I tell people, even I said, AI isn't going to steal your job unless you just really suck to begin with, in my opinion. But it will make it more efficient, make it easy. To me, if it used to take you 8 hours to do something now, it'll probably take you a few hours to do it. But that
Yes.
sort of thing. So, as always, I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Jean Gray. I want to thank Local Dominator. And I want to thank our other sponsors as well. I want to thank John Signey. And this is just one of our first interviews. If you're watching, we're going to be interviewing every one of our speakers. And we're going to look forward to seeing you there. Digital Impact, Surrey City, Gateway Hotel. It will be June 29th, 30th, and July 1st. So we have a full lineup. Everyone from MJ Lopez, Michaela, myself, and a bunch of other speakers covering how to become a virtual assistant, SEO mindset, success blueprint. And we look forward to meet you there. Until next time, we talk to you soon and have a great day.